The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, 43 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
54, mark, 54, mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 37 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Rolling to his right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. So his strong 1st half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
McPherson on for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
But the team's turned it over 3 times in the first half.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Mayfield now from the 50. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like
on first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Handoff comes to Chubb. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. A give. This is Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. on the ground. It's Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 44 yards. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. We thought this...